Morning.
Morning. How are you?
Peachy, how are you?
How's everything?
It's going. I've been
Good.
working on putting everything in Revit, which has been slow going, but it's going.
Sure. Good.
Um,
Do you want to show anything?
yeah, I'll screen share. I have, let's see, screen share. Okay, so I have plans. I started it in the model, so I've got mostly just the first floor on the
Gotcha.
model. And then I've also got the rest of the plans on my onion skin, but I've taken pictures of those so we can see those too. So
Okay.
we can, I think I'll just start with the onion skin so that you can see where it's going overall. And I also talked with Ash, so I have a structure plan as well.
Excellent.
Okay, so might be, hopefully it's not too bad, but
Nope.
okay. Over here on the top left is the work live, and I decided because I needed more units that those are the only places where it's two-story.
You just froze.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah. You
Okay.
just froze. So
Okay.
at the top left, you have the stair. Is that right?
Yep, there's a stair there, but these 4 units here are 2 levels, and they're work live, and those are the only work live ones. And then I just have
Gotcha.
2 units in the bottom right here. North is up.
Mm-hmm.
5,000 square feet of retail on the corner, and then this is kind of like a core here in an L shape, where I've got stairs.
Gotcha.
But you'll see that more on the
Like a service corridor?
Yep. It's it'll have all the mechanical and then
Mm-hmm.
the first floor programs that are necessary.
Mm-hmm.
The second floor is a little wonky because the paper wasn't straight, but it'll be units all the way across, and then I have the exercise room and the laundry over here, and then on the edge is
Mm-hmm.
community space, because we talked about giving back space from the units to a common space, so like they have little nooks.
Mm-hmm. And then on the units on Alfred Street, the 4 units there, you have a kind of a mezzanine condition, the stair coming up to serve that. Can you also exit the unit from that upper
Yes.
level?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And does that happen only there and not on the 3 John R or the 2 John R units? Are they not 2-story units?
Right. They are not 2-story units. These, only the ones on the Alfred Street are 2 floor units.
So are the ones on the ground floor at John R super tall? Are you, so you know what I'm saying? What?
Oh yeah, they are super tall then.
Is there a reason why they wouldn't be just 2-story units, regardless if they're work live?
Because the way that I've worked the units elsewhere, I need those, like I can't lose those 2 units as flats because of the way the layout works. So like in order to gain 50 units, I can't lose those as 2-story.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then you have gym in the upper right. Is that correct? Is that what?
Yep. Yeah, that's exercise. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And then the community space doesn't look like it's a room as much as it is a corridor.
Right. I'm gonna make that look better, but that's, I guess, more of a massing right now. But that'll come up with detail. It'll be more of a lounge area and yeah.
I'm kind of nervous about a dead end potential there for you. I don't know what that looks like when you draw it, but like maybe the space above, what are those, toilet rooms between laundry and the
Yes.
workout room?
Yep.
So maybe there's actually an exterior wall that, like, you take the line of the west wall of those toilet rooms and extend it up to Alfred Street. maybe that's an outside wall, and then that space
Oh,
above it is outdoor terrace. I don't know what implication that has on your massing, but
okay.
I just feel like you're gonna like traverse all the way. I don't know where the boundaries of the room are and all of that, so I just want to
Okay.
I just want you to be alert to that.
And then a
The
dead
way
end
it's
corridor.
drawn,
That's
the corridor just seems really, really fat. And a developer is going to say, isn't there a way that we can, like, I can make money off of that? Can't I
right.
have a program, or can't I have the residential there?
Okay. Yes, I know what you're saying. So I'll rework that a little bit. That won't be too
Okay,
hard.
let's go upstairs.
Okay, level 3. I have that. It might just be a terrace, like you're saying. Like it's probably going to turn into a terrace there. But that's actually, that is this terrace. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, so right here is the community space, and then this is the attached terrace. And then
And the level 3 is the top residential floor.
I'm sorry.
What's the top floor?
It'd be level 5.
Okay, so your community, your outdoor space is actually a void carved out of the corner.
Yeah.
On the third level, then.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, it might be interesting to have kind of a 2-story void carved out of that corner.
Right.
So maybe think of 2 and 3 as having similar footprints that privilege like a 2-story outdoor space there.
I could probably switch 2 and 3 so that the community space is on 2 here.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
what I'm
above
thinking.
That, yeah, so that there's like a 2-story terrace.
Oh.
Okay.
And maybe laundry is better in the middle of the building and not like at the bottom floor, not the first floor of residential. Right?
Yeah.
So think that through a little bit more closely.
Okay. That makes sense. I have showing here. At first I wanted an alleyway. You can kind of see there that allows people to walk from Alfred Street back here. The way that my structure is working, I would have to have a beam that goes through here. So it'll probably just turn into a unit. And it won't be
I don't mind the beam
terrace.
going through it. Yeah, the beam's okay.
Yeah, I don't mind the beam, but as much as I've been reworking this, I'm gonna need that space for more than a terrace.
Okay.
And because I've got so much dedicated.
Right. Maybe not, don't call it an alley, call it a mews, M-E-W-S.
Okay.
Right? Because that's really what it is.
Okay. I never heard that word before. So mews, got it. M-E-W-S.
If you had gone with me to Cincinnati, you would have seen a mews.
I did see a couple of muses.
Because there's a mews next to the Steger Center. I don't know if did you walk the campus at all?
Not so much, but I was downtown and there was a couple of them.
Okay. Do you know downtown Birmingham very well?
Yeah.
No or yes?
Yes.
So there's all sorts of alleys there. For instance, next to Cafe Via, mews that runs A, along the parking deck, B, between 2 retail buildings on Woodward, and C, between 2 retail buildings on Maple, and they all connect at a fireplace, an outdoor fireplace, seating area, dining area for Cafe Via. It's really, really exquisite.
Yeah. What made me think about doing that mews, I guess, would be like the Z-Belt in downtown Detroit.
Yeah, which has stuff lying in front of it like columns and transformers and, it has stuff overhead. It has the building overhead.
Right.
Right? The parking deck spans over the alley at some height above grade in order to be a deck, right? So the alley is that mediator between those two. You know, like the plan of the Z deck is like my two hands here, or actually more like this, they're interlocking, right? So where they join, that's the Z deck. Where they join, where my two thumbs join, is that bridge.
Yeah.
So I like stuff sailing over the first floor muse there.
Right.
The only issue I have. Well, the only issue I have with your muse is, can you zoom in really tight at the bottom of the muse near the parking? Yeah, right there. Is that a stairway there? What is that?
Here?
What is that? No, to the right. What is that room?
This is a stair. Yeah.
So, Courtney, maybe that stairway can bump out at the first floor and be this glass thing.
Okay.
That is part lobby and the terminating vista from Alfred Street.
Yeah.
Instead of just looking at the drive aisle, let that thing interrupt the. You know what I mean? Exactly. Yeah. It doesn't have to bump out all the way to the ADA space, but if it could, that would be lovely.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Think about this. Think about the possibility that the muse is contained within the site, not something that just leads to nowhere.
Okay, I like that.
It could be a way into, like, what is R above the stair?
I think it's actually a V. It's just upside down, but it's vestibule.
So let the vestibule slip out and be that thing, right?
Yeah.
Let the vestibule and the stair work together.
Okay, cool. That's good. All right.
Okay.
Now, what haven't we talked about?
Basement?
Basement, I didn't have because I wanted to talk to Ash about the structure first. So I'll just go to the structure plan. So this is where the columns are all going to be for my basement. And the ramp will be here.
On the left.
Yep. So I don't have it planned out yet, but at least I have my columns and I know where those are going to be.
Yeah. So you'll want to work on that really hard and quickly, because that's going to be an important point for you to make this viable. What I like about the plan is that it's and I've said this to a lot of people. Wu and Rasha that have plans that I think are going to wreak havoc on their lives, because they have buildings that sit along the west property line and in some cases the south property lines. So they've got columns everywhere. You won't have columns in the southwest corner of your site from above.
Right.
So the L-shaped scheme reduces the number of column conditions that wreak havoc on the basement plan. That's one of the reasons why I've tried to encourage you all to sort of consider that. But they do create an issue, right? So you need to think of the plan of the basement in terms of a real efficient layout. And how many spaces do you have upstairs right now on the ground floor?
I had 6, but let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I probably have reduced that to 6 because this has moved so much here. But I think 6 is an okay number, and I have room.
You could actually get 2. You could get 2 in that garden area.
Yeah, right here.
Or 3 facing the 3 that you may have lost. You know, just flipping and flopping them.
And it's like I have room to put them there. Not that I really want
Courtney,
to, but
yeah, actually, Courtney, I think you've got 3 next to the residential units on the east side of the drive aisle. I think you need to mirror that and have 3 or 4 on the west. And then eliminate the westernmost parking spaces along the north side as you can. Yeah, eliminate those as
Okay.
much. Make the open space, Courtney, happen
Along that
closer
west
to the
side.
residential units. Yeah, let it be part of the grain of the ramp,
Okay.
right? Because then the residents can use them. Since you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That'll make sense. So, okay. Good. Good.
All
good.
right. What else do we want to go over?
I can show you the model. This is this is the main, like the ground level, and so this is a 2-story unit that I was working on, and so this is a 10 by 12 bedroom, and then this is a smaller 10 by 10 and an ADA bathroom, and then plenty of space here. So I do the same here.
Okay, and those are closets in between the
Yeah.
bedrooms and the bath. Okay.
Yep.
You can swing the door into the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And for the smaller bedroom, I might think of like I mean, this is not a 2-bedroom, is it?
It is.
But you're outfitting it as a 1+ flex. Is that right? It's a 1-bedroom with a flex room that could be a bedroom.
Right.
And you're illustrating it as a flex room, like a home office, exercise room, guest room.
Yeah, but it
So
can
make it look like yeah, just give it like a 6-foot wide opening into it. No doors, no privacy package.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because and then center that 6-foot opening in the room itself, so that a homeowner could do a curtain or a barn door. They could buy a privacy package.
Ooh, okay, I like that. Okay, I'll do that then.
And then maybe the closet between this flex room and the bathroom, maybe half of that closet could be a hall closet for this unit.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering where to put a linen closet or something like that. So, okay.
No, coat closet for guests.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Good.
Have you seen the Harrison in Royal Oak?
What? I don't know the name of what road is that on?
So can you close this for a second and open up your browser to screen share? And type in the Harrison Apartments in Royal Oak, please. You live where in Redford, you said?
Yeah, but I'm in Royal Oak a lot.
Okay. So go to image or go to this site.
Okay.
Yeah, go to that top site. Yep. This is an old lumber yard.
What's that?
And look at floor plans. Look at floor plans. Like the palms. This reminds me of yours.
Yeah. Okay, wow.
And so these units. So look at the blue and gray sort of legend plan at the top left, right? See, those units are like a fishbone, right? They're double loaded. So that corridor that runs through the building left to right is the entry corridor. So you would come in the lobby and then walk down the hall to get to these units. But these units are also available from the front. So you see the front, you see the first floor plan, and you see the stoop and the terrace, and then the indented covered porch. That walks you into the living room. So you see that's actually a front door there. And then if you pan down to the bottom of the first floor unit, you see that's the entrance door.
Okay.
So this is a good 2-story unit for you. See how they took the bedroom or library/den and outfitted it as a workspace with storage under the stair?
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Yeah, this is pretty sweet. So now I want you to go back one space, right? Go back, and then click to the gallery, maybe. Scroll down or click. Yeah. So those are the 2-story units that we just looked at.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So the walk is out front of the space. There's the little stoop. There's a little gesture of an urban edge because of the boxwoods.
Mm-hmm.
And that separates the very public from the semi-public space. And then there's a semi-private space, which is shrouded in the wood, right? And that's kind of like, that's where I sit to drink my margarita at the end of a studio with you.
Mm-hmm.
So another layer, which is the glass doors, which lead you into the living room. But do you notice how the facade actually describes that order, that proposal? Yeah. So that's a front-on view of that unit on the right, and then the lit curtain wall in the middle under the H is the entrance lobby.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep scrolling through this. That's the entrance lobby. 2-story space. More of that space. Keep going.
Wow. Just like a shopping
More of
mall.
that space. Yeah, it's a little Miami.
Okay.
The exercise room. The roof over that entrance.
Oh, wow.
Typical corridor. I haven't seen some of these images yet. Yeah, another corridor. So these would be that would be that corridor, right? That you could enter the unit from the so-called front, and that's one of those units.
Right.
That's one of those 2-story units. That's looking back out onto the street.
Huh.
Mechanicals are exposed, but the word that comes to my mind is swanky. Not a word I like, but that's what it. Yeah, but that's what it's going for, right? And this is that mezzanine.
Oh, okay. So it goes up, kind of like I'd like to do.
Well, it's the same thing you've got. You held it back.
Okay, this is nice.
You should use that as a perspective. You should use that perspective as a way of talking about what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Keep going. I want to see the rest of these.
So,
oh,
you got a pool and everything.
Yeah, some of this is the new stuff, but that's the same. That's the building. So on the left is a tall gray thing that's right in the middle of the mass. That's that corridor, right? That's how it articulates. The 2-story units, you know that they're under the tall 2-story arch, and then there's a res unit on top, and it has a balcony, and it has a shroud over it, right? Like a protective covering. So there's some new buildings that are going up, and that's what this is going to look like.
Okay.
So they renovated an existing building, and then so that's the renovation of the lumberyard. And then, so what this building had, Courtney, was a series of like large overhead sectional doors, because it was literally like a factory, and trucks would pull up and back in and get loaded. And so that's what that building was. And then they completely reskinned it and recomposed it, put in intermediate floors to create units, and then went from there. And then the other floor plans, if you go back to floor plans for a second, the other floor plans that are kind of cool are, let's see, the 1-story townhomes, which are sort of maybe what you got to do on those 2 units on the end.
Oh wow, those are long.
Right, because now this is kind of like your plan. Well, yours is long too. Can you zoom out just a little bit?
Yeah, trying.
So you can almost add up those numbers to see how it compares to your 59 feet. But that's kind of your layout.
Yeah.
And they do 2 baths. A lot of you guys think of the bedroom as these Taj Mahals. Your bedrooms are really, really big. And I think that's kind of a mistake.
Yeah.
Because it would be great if you could get 2 baths in them.
Okay. Got the walk-in closet. Oh, they got a washer dryer in there too. Okay.
Well, but again, these are swanky. These are all filled with kids that work for Quicken Loans.
Yeah, yeah.
And they
yeah.
have no problem shilling out $2,500 a month for rent. And they all have super high fades and fast, haircuts, and they all have fast cars. And I mean, it's crazy. Tracy and I looked at each other. I mean, we're not uncomfortable. We're dinks, double income, no kids, and I work 2 jobs. We're very blessed / comfortable, but I could not crack that monthly nut.
Yeah, I know.
Living there.
Yeah, it's
So bless those little kids at Quicken for having that much money. Okay, let's go back to your units, or let's go back to your drawings now. So this is a good case study for you.
yeah, very nice. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this is the only unit that I have fitted out right now.
Yeah.
But the only difference would be that this is taken out. The flex room is taken out.
Yeah.
And it'd be about the same. And maybe instead of like the 2 closet, it would be a walk-in.
But like the corridor wall that has the door in it, that could be just 6 feet.
What do you mean?
You've got it. It looks like about 7 feet. The public corridor.
Oh, this, yeah.
Yeah, where your cursor is.
It's about 8 feet if it's the same there. Yeah.
It only needs to be 6 feet.
Okay.
And you only need a single door going out. You don't need a double door.
Oh, this is bike storage.
No, I meant the one on the alley.
Oh, this guy. Okay, well, I was thinking of Carl the trash guy.
Yeah.
Because this is the trash room. And so it might be easier if he had 2 doors rather one.
But maybe the door is on the outside wall.
Here.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe there's no door. Maybe there's no door there at all. Maybe it's all glass, right? Because you can go through the stairway to go out, just like at Lawrence Tech.
Sure.
Okay. And do you have anything more, maybe in like sections or elevations?
Not really. No.
Okay.
I'm working all day on today, so.
Yeah. You're going to have to really press,
I know.
Courtney, because I feel like you have a really interesting project. But I think it's going to be important for you all to understand that I'm compelled to grade you guys like on a checklist. If we were working together in an advanced design studio, it's going to be a lot more, and you'll enjoy that maybe more. It's going to be a lot more discretionary. The grading is more about intent and results. But this class, I've literally got this list of things, right?
Yeah.
Structural plan, check, right? Building enclosure, wall section, check, right? I literally am obliged to the university to make sure that you hit the menu items that have percentage points. And if you don't hit those things, then I have to leave that open, and that pulls your grade down.
Mm-hmm.
You have to draw as much as you can to make sure that you hit all of those things. Do you have to show full resolution on everything that's on my menu? No. Some things will be naturally more resolved than other things, but if you miss something, right, then it's going to hurt. I'll just say it, the grade, and I want to make sure that you understand that that's kind of the stakes for this benchmark. That's why this benchmark has such a high factor in the overall semester. The next one, the final one, has an even bigger factor, but like compared to the benchmark 1, this one has much more sort of at stake. So make sure you spend the time this weekend and Monday. When are you presenting, by the way?
Tuesday.
Yeah, so make sure you spend all of that time as you know to get your sign up list.
So, I mean, as far as strategy for myself, should I rather focus on getting things done quickly and maybe dirty than?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't tell you to work in Revit. That's entirely up to you. But
Right.
and the whole presentation, like some of it could be in Revit, some of it could be hand drawn.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I've never said draw in Revit. Have I ever said that?
No, you're not. You have not. But it helps to do that. So.
Yeah, but in a crunch mode, right?
Right. Okay.
The presentation, the grade isn't like talking about presentation quality. I have not done that yet. That will be a factor in the next benchmark.
Right.
This one is the one. This benchmark is the one that's looking to see that you're attempting to synthesize all of these systemic aspects of the building so that it shows resolution, right?
Yep.
So you have to make decisions in many areas, and this is why it's so important.
Okay.
About that, okay?
All right.
Cool. Are you at home today?
Boyfriend's home.
Nice property. It looks like a nice day.
It is a nice day. Yeah. All right.
At least get outside and get some fresh air at one point. But keep working, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's all. Thank you.
Okay. Sounds good. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.